Hello, Luke here, and this is my February 2012 Blu-ray and DVD update. And you're in luck because there are no DVDs and there's only a few Blu-rays, so this is going to be a very short video in comparison to the 40-minute epic two-parter that kicked off these updates in December. Yeah, I haven't bought many, although looking at them now, there's more than I thought. So let's just dive right straight into it. Two steelbooks to begin with. In Time. I've made a separate video for this, which you can check out there. So just click that box there if you want to have a look at the close-up look at this steelbook. Awesome steelbook. I have a feeling Robbie Webb will still be having one of these pretty soon. And yeah, of course, the film. So see, because it's so little, there's me thinking, oh, I'll just show you the Blu-ray and then put it down. In Time is about, it's a futuristic film set in the future. That was gay, I'm sorry. And Justin Timberlake is the main character in it, and he's a poor guy, where wealth is measured by time. And it's, basically, you get this number on your arm, and it runs down until you die, and you have 25 years. Once those 25 years are up, and if you've earned time by working, you die at 25. So it's kind of just like a power struggle around that with the government and so on, and it's a really cool film. I'll leave a link to my Epic Film Challenge review of it as well, if you want to see further in-depth thoughts on this film. I thought it was really good. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was a very cool idea for a film and enjoyed it a lot. The second steelbook, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Awesome film. This is my first time seeing it when I bought the steelbook, and I gotta say it was a great film. Kind of slow. I like that about it in some ways, and in other ways I didn't like it, but overall I can't really fault it. It's a brilliantly done film, a great espionage spy film. Just an amazing cast. Gary Oldman at the helm, just amazing. A brilliant film if you got the time for it. I really liked it a lot, and there's not really much you can say about the plot other than it's kind of set in the 70s and it's British, and there's basically a mole in the Secret Service, and it's kind of his job to find out who it is, although it's not really his job because he's being relieved of his duties, so he's kind of like on his own, kind of going a bit maverick, if you will. Very good film. I'll leave those till last. The next one is, it seems very bright. I don't know. Is it too bright? I think it is. Okay, seem to have the brightness kind of a little bit better. I seem to have it sorted out. Hook. It's a really good film. It's a Steven Spielberg film, and it's basically kind of a sequel to the Peter Pan story, whereupon Robin Williams, who plays the role of Peter Pan, is now kind of in the real world and living a normal life, and he's middle-aged, and he rediscovers his life as Peter Pan basically, and goes back to Neverland, and Hook's still there, and Captain Hook, and that's what the story's about, and his kids go with him, and it's just a brilliant kids film. Kids just love it. I loved it when I was a kid, and it still holds up today. It's a really entertaining film. Dustin Hoffman's brilliant as Captain Hook, and Robin Williams. He's great. Awesome film. Another one is another slipcover, Tyrannosaur. Again, I've talked about this in the Epic Film Challenge. I'll leave a link to that as well if you want to see more in-depth thoughts on this. But this is a very good film, very gritty film, very horrible film in a lot of ways, tough to watch, but brilliant nonetheless. And it's about a guy who is basically at the bottom of the barrel. He's abusive, violent, and his life's a mess. And he meets this woman who works in a charity shop, and they kind of strike up a tumultuous relationship, to say the least, friendship rather, and she has an abusive husband, and they kind of go through a bit of a journey together. but it's a very tough film to watch, and the main character himself is in a lot of ways very unsympathetic, but you still want to root for him just that little bit, which is what makes it interesting. And there's a brilliant performance by Olivia Colman, who plays the charity shop worker. She's fantastic in this film, just heartbreaking. So, you know, if you like films like that, you know, are hard hitting, then I would say go for it. And if you don't like, let's say, cruelty to animals, then definitely avoid it. There's a few scenes that are not too bad, but basically like the idea of it and stuff, I would say avoid it if that really disturbs you. And then finally we have 4 Sony Collector's Editions. I'm going to make another video about this once I've completed the collection. I'm going to show you all of them. This is number 7. This is Boys in the Hood. Again, I'll leave you a link to the Epic Film Challenge episode, which is another review. This is a brilliant film. I was really surprised by it. I mainly bought this because it goes with the collection. But it was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. It's basically about three young guys living in South Central LA, and how they live their life in the hood and how they're trying to get out of it and all the things that go along with it. You know, it's a brilliant, brilliant film. And again, something about it really resonated with me personally. So it might not be like that for everyone, but I really, really enjoyed it. Next up is number 10 in the collection. It is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This is from the new batch that just came out last month. The first time seeing this as well. Steven Spielberg's sci-fi film. Again, I'll leave a link to the Epic Film Challenge episode. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, but at the same time I really did. It was a weird film. It was a slow film, but it kind of draws you in slowly, you know. Even the whole ending of the film is not that spectacular, because it does drag on for a while, but it still keeps you hooked. It's weird. It's different. I like it a lot. I would give it, I don't know, I forgot what I actually gave it in the Epic Film Challenge out of 10, but I'd say it's a really good film. You know, most people see it as an absolute classic. I don't think it is quite an absolute classic, but I do think it's a very good film, and a very good, I was going to say good looking film. It looks great, you know, it's very imaginative, very creative, and I liked a lot of things about it. But in no way is my favourite science fiction film or Steven Spielberg film. Next up we have number 11 in the collection, Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. This is a war film, which is actually a comedy, but basically I don't know if you call it a black comedy. Well, yeah, I guess you would, back in those days. And it's about basically this general who orders a nuclear strike against the wishes of, you know, most of the leaders of the world when it comes to the army. And you're in the war room where they're trying to figure out what to do, and there's all sorts of characters and stuff, and Peter Sellers is in this. There's 3 different people. Peter Sellers is an amazing character actor. He's so good. Worth noting, this is a very old film. I think this is 60s. Still holds up today. Really funny film, really well made film, and yeah, I really love this. First time seeing this as well. Stanley Kubrick as well, always worth noting. And again, I'll leave the Epic Film Challenge link just around my face here. And finally, capping it off, so we have 9 Blu-rays this month, which is, you know, it's pretty damn good, but compared to an all standards, it's not that much, but that's okay. We have Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I haven't actually watched this again yet. I've seen it many times before, and it's a brilliant film. I thought I actually said it won the Oscar for Best Picture then, but no, it just says named Best Picture of the Year by over 100 critics. And it's about this sword that is stolen. I'm not going to go into the detail of it, but it's a fantastic martial arts film. Well, I wouldn't say it's a martial arts film. I don't know what you'd even describe it as, you know. The director's Ang Lee, who's a brilliant director. I don't think what you would call it. I mean, it's like a period, not samurai either, you know. You know what I mean. You know what kind of film it is. I'm just stuck for words right now, but it's one of those films, and it's really good. And of this genre, one of the best. Definitely worth watching. I did briefly check it out just to see how it looked on Blu-ray. It looks amazing. You know, there's all kind of like wire work going on and stuff like that. Great stunt choreography. I guess you would say it's a bit of a martial arts film. So yeah, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. So yeah, that's it. And Well, I guess I can throw this in. I also got this WWE Survivor Series 2011. I said I wouldn't do wrestling Blu-rays and stuff, but I'm kind of like, there's not much to talk about here. I picked this up this month. Survivor Series 2011, which featured The Rock and John Cena teaming up against The Miz and R-Truth. It's a pretty good event. We also have Mark Henry versus The Big Show for the World Heavyweight title, and Alberto Del Rio versus CM Punk for the WWE title. Pretty good event. Cool seeing The Rock wrestle again in Madison Square Garden. Not my favourite event of 2011, but definitely a good one. I keep all my wrestling Blu-rays on my desk. So yeah, that was it. Short but sweet, hopefully. And I will probably have an even shorter one next month. But we'll see how that goes, because I'm saving for something huge. So watch this space. Thanks for watching.